pursuing a global BBA course in SPGN School of Global Management, with first years in Singapore, consecutively in Dubai and Sydney. He is also the CEO of a company, Travel Idea, and also has recently started a consultancy firm here for you. That's only a part of what he is now. And what he was? He was the All India rank 1 in commerce stream for CBSE AISSCE examination 2019, and was invited by the President of India on 15 August to the Rashtrapati Bhavan and by the Prime Minister of India on 26 January to Republic Day parade. He is fond of traveling, photography, apart from his academic excellence, and also his love into business is well known all over Tispur. A proud son of Tispur, we are happy to have him in this E-Ryla, the first of its internal E-Ryla of its kind in Tispur. So, kindly request Tushar to start now.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mrityunjay, for such an amazing introduction. And thank you, Sapan sir, for inspiring me before I inspire others. So, very warm good afternoon, everyone. It is indeed a matter of honor to speak in such an intellectual gathering, like people from different nationalities. I see people from Nigeria, I see people from India, Bangladesh, and it's indeed a pleasure and an honor to speak here. Hope lockdown's treating you all well. So, All India Rank 1, Commerce Stream, CEO, Travel Idea, Aspiring Entrepreneur, blah, blah. That's how people, and apparently you too, must be knowing about me. But the thing is, what remains at core is an average 19-year-old boy who has messed up his life as much as any other 19-year-old boy would have. Everybody knows you and praises you for your successes. But what indeed makes me are my failures. I do get a lot of calls from students around India asking me, Tushar bhaiya, what was your secret study method? Believe me, guys, there is no secret. The only secret to the success is the past failures. With failures, I get to know that what works for me, what doesn't. As far as the method is concerned, as Swapan also mentioned, there is just one method, that is your own method. Brutally honest, but not embarrassed to say uh, that I was an academic mega failure till grade 6. Calling myself just a failure or a below average student would be a disgrace to the world. When I'm saying I was a mega failure, I mean it. A kid scoring 2 upon 40 or probably 2 upon 50 and still feeling proud about it. Like, I still remember the day when I had an English exam. I ran back home with my English answer sheet in my hand, getting a 2 upon 40 and showing it to my mom. So obviously you can expect what kind of reaction you can get from parents. So there was my mom seeing my answer sheet, and she definitely gave me a face palm, like, Tushar, what will you do in life? You just got a 2 upon 40. And there was me still feeling proud about it. I replied back to mom, be happy about it, mom. Students don't even score zeros. Uh, Jokes apart, that was really a hard time though. Like, I was that guy in classroom corner, not many friends, bullied by even the weakest of dudes. It was tough. It was definitely tough. So I had always wanted to be a leader. In a school, we had the student council with tags like prefects and captains starting grade 7. So I always wanted to be one. I applied in grade 7. I got rejected. I applied in grade 8. I again got rejected. I applied in grade 9 and there were only two competitors. I still got rejected. And finally came grade 10. I applied once again with a lot of hope and a lot of self-improvement, a self-improvement that I could feel that I had done. Yet, to get rejected one more time. Yes. So here I learned a very important skill, a skill that I want to pass on to you guys today. I woke up during school days saying to myself, Tushar, world might not see your worth, but you are a born leader. Yes, you with your camera off now might be laughing about this. Even I laughed about it some time back. And definitely it is like half of the world might find you crazy for talking to yourself. But believe me, I might be too young to say this, but the power of self-talk and self-awareness, knowing your own skill is immense. Like the impact it does, like it's kind of crazy. So yes, I was appointed finally as a house captain in grade 11 and the very first head boy from commerce stream in my school, and probably the very first head boy who wasn't promoted from the post of deputy head boy in the school. So one such belief, one such self-belief can give a kickstart to your life. Believe me, this one kickstart can change your world, turn it upside down. There's just one secret: self belief. See inside yourself what you are capable of and set goals that you know are beyond your capacity. Okay, guys, so there is one thing I have to focus upon. Listen to this very nicely, okay? So, giving up is a birth of regrets. I'll repeat this one more time. And giving in is the birth of regrets. We all got to understand this, that we hear more no's than yeses in our life. Definitely. We do hear more no's in our life than we hear more yeses. Okay. So now this is embarrassing. Now speaking in Ryla, I feel obliged to kind of feel embarrassed about this, saying this, but I think I should speak this out. So here stands me, a guy holding a rank 1 in India on commerce stream, an aggregate of 99%. The embarrassing fact now is, well, I was rejected in admission by St. Xavier's Kolkata. I know that's damn funny and confusing indeed. I never considered studying abroad, to be honest, or for that sake, probably even outside East India. Uh, I'm thankful to that rejection, however. Like that rejection mail from the principal from St. Xavier's, like that got me to realize my worth. Who knew destiny holds for me an international course in 3 mega cities of the world with 100% scholarship? So I got admission into SP Jain, and the day I got into, I wrote a very beautiful thank you email to the principal of St. Xavier's Kolkata. The feeling was different. Like, yeah, it was really different. In college, applied for literally, no joke, guys. I literally applied for 500 internships, like to 500 different companies or for 500 different posts, and got rejected 500 times. I asked them twice, I got rejected still. What do we learn from all this? To yes, to take it all big, to fall forward. I do understand we all do fall, we all will fall at some point of time, and we all will keep falling till the time at the very end of our life. Now, but the skill that I want to pass to you guys today, here is the skill of falling forward. And one more thing that I have found is that it's very important to respect people who reject us, people who make us feel low. We need to respect them so that we can be at par with them or probably higher than them. I'm saying this now, and I mean every single word, every single letter I am saying. The very reason I could scale up Travel Idea from a casual, non-innovative startup to India's top 10 travel companies and Northeast India's most innovative and the fastest growing one, because of rejections. Every single rejection must boil your blood. Yes, it might be the rejection by a girl, it might be a rejection in a job, it might be rejection in any general life, but every single rejection must boil your blood. Okay, guys, come on, give me a chair, give me a raise of hands. How many of you feel you generate energy when faced with rejections? Come on, give me a raise of hands, guys. How many of you generate energy when faced with rejections? True, right? So, okay, another question. Now, give me a raise of hands. How many of you feel you lose energy on rejections? There's a possibility of both, right? How many of you feel you lose energy on rejections? Many people even lose energy on rejections, right? Anyone? Cool. So now, here's the secret I'm telling you today. The secret basically is both the parties, even when you feel that you are generating energy, even when you are feeling you are losing energy, in both ends, actually you are generating energy. The only problem comes when we take rejection personally, when we take it to our heart. We end up using energy healing our emotions rather than using it to distract ourselves or to do something more productive. And it's totally fine, believe me, it's 101% fine, perfectly fine to use our energy both ways. And everybody has their own coping style, and there's nothing to feel shy about it. So, guys, everything is inside us. Every single skill that we want to have is inside us. We just need to explore ourselves like we explore the world. So, how many of you like traveling? I guess many people like your traveling, and definitely after the lockdown, like the craving for traveling is definitely something like that's kind of killing us. So yes, like just explore ourselves like we explore the world. I have another short story to narrate here now. Okay, I'll be using a lot of personal drama to add humor to this. So I just had my half yearly exams. My grade 12 half yearly exams were terribly poor. Like my graph fell like anything down. So there was I standing in front of my principal. She had all my papers in hand and she was staring me. Like she wore spectacles and she stared at me like this. Like when you just kind of stare at someone with hopelessness sometimes. So I thought that it was hopelessness. And she kept staring at me till the time I got really, really uncomfortable. And I blabbered out myself. I said to her, really sorry, ma'am. I know I could have done better. Now, there was a 10 seconds of silence, a killer silence. After that, Principal ma'am spoke few lines that literally changed my world. She said, obviously you can. See, Tushar, what I look in you is a national rank holder. Yes, it was the 26th of September 2018, around I guess 1:30 of PM, and she asked me like why it's like all CBSE rank holders always have to be from Delhi NCR. They get the same books, they get the same 24 hours. What makes them different? My mom used to ask me, Tushar, what makes the students who are invited on 26th January Republic Day parade different? I found it really, really stupid back then. Really, I really found it stupid because like it didn't make me a lot of sense back then. But this particular thing subliminally and subconsciously impacted my brain to a great extent. I was thinking about it day and night after the thing happened, like after the conversation with mom and principal mom was over. So the rest is history. I couldn't answer the question back then, but I can now. It is indeed the ability to be limitless, breaking off all the mental boundaries that exist in our brain. Like, guys, you know what? Motivation can come from anywhere, any single where, and take it from anything you get it. The sources are immense. Don't ever think about what the type of the source of motivation is. It can be positive, it can be negative. But as far as it is motivating you, as far as it is pushing you towards your goal, I think you are good. It could sometimes even be jealousy, it could even sometimes be threatenings, insecurity, and sometimes even heartbreaks. Yeah, you know, right? Somebody said heartbreaks are good for career. I don't know like how it happens, but then if just in case it's motivating you in some way, I think you are good. But you know what? I at this particular point of time, I would like to introduce a concept known as golden circle. So that particular concept is basically used in business, but I think it's more applicable in personal life. Has anyone heard of this concept, the golden circle? Raise of hands. Okay. So basically, this golden circle has three rings. The outer ring is a what, the middle ring is a how, and at the core, we have something known as why. It's me or it's you all. I know that we both know what we want to do. We both know how we are going to do it. The very answer that we can't give to ourselves is why we are doing it. Guys, believe me, the one thing that changed my life is thinking, why am I doing this? If you have a strong reason why you are doing this, then you don't even need any regulatory actions for self control. You don't need any regulatory actions to control your distractions because you know how you're going to benefit out of that, and your short term sacrifices is much lesser when compared to the bigger result that you are looking forward to. So always pursue the why, that, okay, I'm doing this, but why am I doing this? What's the benefit I am getting? Or what's the benefit that you all are getting? So let's see how many people's faces I can see. Are your cameras on? Okay, guys, let's do a short activity here, okay? Uh, I would like everyone to close your eyes for a minute. Could everyone close your eyes for a minute? Don't worry, I won't run away. I won't run away cutting the call. Just close your eyes for a minute. So, no cheating, guys. Everybody's eyes closed. Now, think what is the thing in your life you need really, really badly? Like you want it by hook or by crook, you want it. Just give me a nod once you are done. I'll get a note of it. Could you think of something that you want in your life? It could even be something you want to become. Give me a nod if you're done. Cool. Now think, why do you want that? What is the very benefit that you will be getting, or the benefit your near or close ones, anyone would be getting about it? Could you? Could you think of something? Don't worry, you don't have to go in real depth, and it's really okay if you find it a bit foggy right now, but then just think about it. Now think of someone who's doing it already and is very good at it, and think what makes that person different, what that person has that you don't have. Is there something like that? Now you can open your eyes. Now, anyone wants to volunteer to share your experience? Anyone? Just chat me privately. Anyone whose text I'll get first, he can tell about his experience, about the 3 questions that he could answer. Anyone? Anyone from the gathering? Anyone wants to volunteer? Cool. Okay. Aminul, you want to speak up on this about your experience? Cool, cool. Okay, so I'm just getting a picture. Never mind. I'll just continue with this. So now it's really okay if you found it a bit funny right now, and you a bit foggy right now. You might not have been able to get the answer to all the questions, and it's really fine. Like, it's really fine. Now, what if you do this particular thing on a regular basis? The fog will fade away. Believe me, the fog will definitely fade away. So you think because I seem so motivated right now, I didn't give up. Sonal. Okay. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, guys, just continue. No problem. So just because what I was saying, that is just because I seem so motivated right now, do you think I didn't give up mid-year? Like, obviously I did. I did terrible in several classes. I had my schedule slipping by, and if you can call any of my teacher right now, I'll just drop a number of any of my teacher right now, and you'll know how much of a pain in ass I was. So, but yes, what's important under such circumstances is that we should get a grip of ourselves and stand up and run again. So guys, in the very beginning, I emphasized on self-talk, right? So self-talk here saved me yet once again. You know what I told to myself at this particular point of time when I was giving up at the mid of the year in my grade 12 exams? It was this. Hey Tushar, hey you, yeah me. What happened? Why did you stop? You're still wasting time crying and on social media. What makes that national rank holder guy in Delhi different? He's still working. Every single hour you are wasting right now, that guy is already getting a mark ahead. Yeah, like there were subjects like accountancy for which I always ended up losing 8 to 10 marks at every single exam. I was genuinely very annoyed. What, I thought to myself, like, why the hell I can't do a paper with a presence of mind enough to score 100? It was then I promised to myself, I'll practice sample papers till the time I get a perfect thrice in a row. Any guesses how many papers would it have required? Just drop in a chat. How many papers do you think would it have required me? A guess. Oh my God, no, not 100. But yes, 40. 40 damn papers, 3 hours each, 120 extra hours of life to get an extra 8 mark. Now, I know, speaking here at Rotary Youth Leadership Awards, the very idea that you all are here listening to something productive rather than simply watching Netflix back home describes that you all are already achievers. So there is a message that I tell only to the achievers like you. This particular message is always be extra cautious about the irrational general conclusions that the society draws on success. Guys, believe it or not, society envies other people's success. And defense mechanisms of the failure, the anxiety defense mechanisms of failure is insanely crazy. No, being a university dropout need not always result in being a more successful businessman. No, being a class topper doesn't mean you are a nerd and you will be failing in life later on. Like it isn't a possibility always, right? I know the internet is full of stories of people who failed initially and yet were successful later on. Yes, this is something to be taken positively because failure is not the end of the world. But even the opposite doesn't need to be true. Like falling for such irrational conclusions makes an achiever fear success itself. Like what can be worse when you are fearing success? Many people have this subconscious thing in mind. Oh my god, I did it very good initially, does it mean that I'll fail later on as other people's story goes on? No, bro, it's all your thing, how you are maintaining your consistency. Okay guys, just drop me on chat, what according to you makes us human? What are the elements that makes us human, keeps us human? Drop some elements on the chat. Yes, yes, true, it is emotions. Emotions is the thing that makes us human. Okay, because guys, I think we have talked quite a lot, so we are already kind of friends, right? And everyone here is around age 18 to 30. So give me a raise of hands if you ever faced a heartbreak in life. Guys, did you ever face a heartbreak in life? Give me a raise of hands. Come on, cheer me up. See, the numbers are insanely crazy. Like it's quite common for like people like in school to colleges to face heartbreaks, right? At least I had one, or probably more than one. Yes, some are indeed really, really serious, which gets you into chronic depression. But guys, believe this. I am really proud of each one of you that you are all could cope with it. And like you all are here right now and looking for success, right? You all could cope with it. That's the biggest thing. And that's definitely something to be proud of. Uh, so what makes us move on? What makes us move on from an extraordinary emotional tragedy? It's our inner acceptance. When we can accept it internally, then only it can help us. So what I want us to do when we are on a lows is to get perspective. I won't say you should try to be happy always, and that's definitely not possible. You know what happiness comes from? Happiness comes from happenings, and happenings might not always be favorable. That might result in you being happy. So don't always try to be happy, but always, yes, try to be perspective. Think what this pain that you are suffering from right now will get you in probably 2 years or probably 5 years of time. Your life is your shadow. It stops when you stop. Elon Musk said he would eat a glass rather than going through his journey again. Can you understand how deep that line is? He would eat a glass rather than going through his journey again. So that's how like painful the journey of its like the people are. And Jack Ma said that Jack Ma is considered kind of god here in Singapore, and he indeed is a like truly amazing man. So yes, he said that we all try to be the best. Definitely, trying to be the best is important. But what's even more important is trying to be the first. Try being the first to see a problem. Try being the first to come up with a solution. First to face a challenge and first to overcome it. Fake it till you make it. Like the word fake itself sounds very negative, but definitely believe me, this worked for me at least to an impressive extent. I fake getting into a character I want to become and indeed become that. Just fake it till you make it. Like I wanted to be the CEO of a top travel company. I had nothing when I started, like as a kid. It was rather really very casually when I started the business travel idea. And but the very fact being, I was already acting as if like I'm a CEO of a top travel company. You know what? How it helps us. Like I was acting in a way when I was doing the operations of the business, when I was communicating with the business partners, when I was communicating with the clients. So this helps you develop your self confidence. It helps you believe in yourself. Yes, as someone said on the chat right now. So this actually helped me when I really got an opportunity after 6 months to communicate with the CEO of E-Ryla, which is already an established company in India. At that particular point of time, because I had already been acting like I was a CEO of a top travel company, I could see him eye to eye. I could shake hands with him as firmly as he did and could talk to him like a man par to him. Like that develops a self-confidence. Fake it till you make it. So guys, this is another question that I'm raising to you. What do you think is the major problem we all suffer and face difficulties getting over with, like us, the youngsters, the people from 18 to 30 years of age? I'll tell one thing and support me with a raise of hands if you feel I'm true. At this age, we all are in, we firstly fear starting things new. We motivate ourselves, take a bold step, but get completely broken if it fails. The major problem, so I could understand, is how to face hitting the ground bottom after touching the sky. Do I make sense? Do I make sense, guys? Yes. So see, that was even me after COVID-19 hit the world economy and the travel industry. Yes, atmosphere also has a great role to play. So let's relate the situation to a 1% charge on your phone battery, okay? You have just 1% charge on your phone battery and you are not carrying a charger. How anxious you would get. You might get insane crazy about it, right? But why? Because your phone is your priority? Knowing this, that you would get insanely crazy about a 1% charge on your phone battery, when it comes to our own selves, why aren't we worried about this 1% charge of our physical and mental health? We do everything that drains our energy and are still hesitant to put ourselves on the power optimization mode. So how to be resilient? How to bounce back in the face of adversity? This is possible only when we understand that this time, when you are starting something again, or probably starting something new, you are not starting something as an amateur. You are starting it with an experience. You have already learned from your own mistakes. You have already learned from other people's mistakes. So definitely this time you will do it better. And even if you don't do it better, you learn for the next possible time to do it even better. Yes, now I'm charged. I started another consultancy firm with the travel businesses down. But definitely, guys, life is a heartbeat. We all have our ups and downs. But we all got to understand this. Neither is an up an end of the world, neither is a down, nor is a down an end of the world. For others, we all see the glam, we don't see the story. For us, we see the story, we don't see the glam. So you all must have seen both lives, okay? So life one, it's a life of ambition. Probably not doing things great, but at least thinking great, like having a big mindset. And another life like a plastic bag floating around. They are two different worlds, guys. Believe me, they are two completely different worlds. If you understand the difference between the two, I must say you have already traveled quite a world. Believe me, you have already traveled quite a world. Guys, by the way, I'm just reconfirming. Are you fine with my accent? Am I going too fast? Am I going too fast? Cool. So if somebody asked me right now, like seeing all of you here, I am damn sure I can bet $1 on this that right now in the Zoom call, somebody from you, or probably more than one of you, has $1 million idea in mind. Like, yes, right now, right in the Zoom call, connected with us right now. No joke, like seriously, at this point of time, I'm really serious about it. So you must be wondering, if I say you have $1 million idea in mind, why aren't you a millionaire already? The problem is your doubts and an excess reality check. Guys, yes, a reality check, being a realistic is really important. But being an over realistic definitely do you more harm than do you good. Having a balance of optimism and realisticness, like it's really important to keep both of them at par. Like thinking about, will it work? What will the society think about me? Will I actually be able to make money out of it? Guys, yes, do analyze it, but don't overanalyze it. The problem is $1 million idea with a minimum wage execution. Your idea might be new, your idea might be old. Now, but if it just remains as an idea, it's no worse than a plastic bag floating around. What I believe in, and what I indeed want all of you to believe in, is that If you ever get an opportunity in life, or you think that you have an opportunity, always say yes to it. Don't give a second thought, just say yes to it and learn to do it once you are already in that. Guys, believe me, nobody in this world expects you to be a master of an industry as soon as you get into it. No stock trader actually masters trading in stock exchange once he just reads books. He masters it only once he starts losing a bit of money in that. So it's quite possible that you must know someone who had an idea earlier and you got that idea right now. And you must have seen that particular guy failing terribly. That's really possible. That's really okay. But friends, buddies, understand that he was he, she was she, you are you. Your resources are different. But most importantly, your way of handling your resources are different. What brought him terrible failure might bring you immense success. Get this one thing in mind, guys. What brought him terrible failure might bring you immense success. Don't ever be hesitant to try a way that has already been tried. That guy was that guy. You are you. I had no idea that the travel business I'm starting like really casually, like a kid, will become Silicon India's top 10 most promising travel company in a year. I had a lot of apprehensions then. I did a negative apprehension like, why will people buy from me when they have websites like Traveloka, Make My Trip, Go Ibibo in India, Skyscanner, and blah blah blah. And I thought like, how will I beat prices? But guys, believe me, that's how it works. You don't understand things once you actually take the first step and get into it. But I know that currently I'm at a youth leaders award thing, and I will address you all as the youth leaders here. So I know and I assume that you all already have the skill. You all already have the power to succeed. But here comes the question. Guys, answer this question really seriously. Do you have the guts to fail? Do you have the guts to face rejection? Do you have the guts to fall? If your answer to these three questions is a no, uh, dude, if your answer to these three questions is a no, you aren't even trying. Like, seriously. So I'm really happy to see all the yeses in the chat box. That really brought a smile on my face. So question yourself, if not you, then who? If not now, then when? Wait, probably I copied that from Emma Watson. No mind. So jokes apart, I might be too young to say this, but you know what? At this age of 19, I realized something really important. Uh, we all try to be happy. And yes, it's really important for us to try to be happy and to seek happiness. But you know what? We should never be satisfied. We should never be contented about stuff. Like wherever we get satisfied, it kills our growth. It kills our growth prospects. We should always target higher and higher. This particular theme was also touched by Sopan sir. So, like adding to this, like yes, satisfaction kills growth. Satisfied person is a dead person. Like amazing, yes. So, talking about being limitless, the very theme of today, being limitless. I won't deny that the boundaries don't exist. I won't deny that the boundaries don't exist, the borders don't exist. Yes, they do, but just inside this tiny head of ours. Okay, guys, so as you know, I love telling personal story to add humor to stuff. So there's one last story I'd like to narrate. I love personal drama. So I was a 12-year-old kid, and probably I just started looking forward to atlases right at around that time. So at this particular point of time, I was really curious. I could see all those borders, the border between India and Bangladesh, the border between Malaysia, Singapore, and stuff like that. And I really got curious. Like, okay, I can see these lines on the map, but how do this actually look naturally? So I remember that one weekend, my family took me to Meghalaya. Meghalaya is now a small state in a northeast part of India, and it's 400 kilometers from my small town of Tezpur, and it borders Bangladesh. So when I went there, here was my tour guide, okay, just right beside me. He shows me something like this, okay, I'll enact it for you. So he's like, okay, sir, so you can see that river around there? The land just after that, That land is Bangladesh, and the land you are currently standing is India. Uh, exactly. This was my reaction. Exactly. This was my reaction to him. Like, I was like, bro, are you kidding me? I get it that it's Bangladesh and this is India, but show me the border. Bro, where is the border? So, okay, I was a kid back then, but yes, guys, understand this. Borders exist on maps that can be torn and heads that can be shaped. But we are all limitless. We are all wonderfully limitless. We have no boundaries that exist actually. It's just in our mind. And our mind is in our control. Target goals which you yourself are aware that is beyond your capacity. Like, guys, see, you know that you have to do some task for an hour, right? Now, under this, you see that within an hour, you can just do 20 tasks. Under this, you see only you can do only 20 tasks, but target 30 or 40. Once you target 30 or 40, you know that that is beyond your capacity and you might not be able to fulfill your target of 30 and 40, but I promise you, you'll do more than 20. You'll definitely do more than 20, and if you keep you doing this over a period of time, you'll get out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone, which was initially 20, will now become 30 or probably more. So that's how we push our comfort zone. Challenge yourself, push your comfort zone to an infinite level, and you'll end up doing more than your capacity. By the way, I talked just about infinity, right? And under this infinity, I remember a line from a book and movie, The Fault in Our Stars, that some infinities are greater than other infinities. Wow, such a wonderful line it was. That some infinities are greater than other infinities. If you understand the depth of this. Okay, guys, now it's time for the people good in math. It's your time. Now tell me, how many numbers are there between 1 and 2? There are infinite number, guys. Considering all decimals. Between 1 and 2, we have infinite numbers. Yes, true indeed. Now, tell me how many numbers exist between 1 and 3? Infinite indeed. But guys, don't you think that the number of like the infinity between 1 and 3 is double the infinity between 1 and 2? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Some infinities are greater than other infinities. That is how our life works too. Now, how to apply this deep code in our own life, I leave it on you to think about overnight. Finally, to sum it all up, I just have this one last and not the least message to pass. Listen to this very carefully, okay? We all have things we want, and we all have things we can have. But just because we think we can't get what we want doesn't mean we should stop. Be limitless, guys. You define your own boundaries. So that's all from my side today. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.